Hey Scalp Care Divas, how y'all doing today? If you are on this channel, then you are ready to build your salon business and generate more revenue as a hairstylist. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this video, you want to know how I started my salon, where I began, and how did I do it? How do you step out of commission stylist after being in it for 12 years? Well, I'm so excited that you're here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Since you're here, subscribe to the channel and please share this video. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So I worked as a commission stylist for 12 years of my salon career. When I first started, I graduated from cosmetology school in 2002. So this is my 20th year. Yay! Congratulations, me. But yeah, so I started as a commission stylist, and I did it because most of the time, like most commission stylists, you want to start out, you want to get your license, and you feel like you need a place to build your clientele and try to understand what the hell to do, because it's not like they teach you in hair school. Remember in the last video, I talked about what they teach you in hair school or things I didn't know before hair school, and I didn't know that they didn't teach you how to do hair, or teach you how to acquire a job. Look, that's another one. So all of these different things that I had to learn in coming out, so I went into commission styling, not knowing that I was going to be stuck in commission styling for 12 years, which I don't recommend, guys. So commission styling is good for some people. I did talk about the pros and the cons of commission styling in a previous video, but it wasn't for me because I'm really a independent woman. I like to own my own business. I want to generate wealth for my family. And I didn't like the way it was set up. As a commission stylist, I was an employee and they treated me as an employee. I'll never forget. This was my second job, okay? My first job, I worked at Famous Hair. And my second job, I worked at Regis in the Southern Park Mall here in Youngstown, Ohio. I had a manager, and I've talked about her before, and she's a bitch. I think I told you guys this manager story about the bitch manager that told me that she could fire me for any reason because we lived in the state of Ohio. Because I didn't want to work, and I didn't want to work like a 3 to 9 on a Saturday or something because I had a party or whatever. And it was just like, at that point, I knew that I need to have my own stuff. After hearing something like that as a commission stylist, you got to know that in order to take charge of your career, you're going to have to do that your own. And it just was embedded in my mind. I think I'm going to thank her because she got that entrepreneur kicking in me for real. When somebody tell you something like that, I mean, you could take my livelihood away from me and for no reason. And no. So I was like done with that. Then I left from there and I started working at Ulta because I was like, I need to be away from Regis. They were racist to me. They were mean, and I wanted to be around a different environment. So I started working at Ulta. I was new in the area. It was no better. It was no better for me. Now, I don't know why I didn't step away from commission styling. I really do think that I just wasn't brave at the time. I didn't think that I could get my own clients. I didn't think that I could afford to get my own equipment. I didn't think that I could do any of that stuff by myself, but I could, FYI, and very, very successfully. So just so you know, and you can too, but it was scary, but I needed to leave. The straw that broke the camel's back. I was working at Ulta, and my manager this time, let me give her a fake name. We're going to call her Sarah, okay? Sarah at the time was my manager at Ulta, and I was enjoying my job at Ulta. I wasn't really, even though I had been traumatized by my first job, I felt like I was in a better space. I was generating a little bit more revenue, and honestly, I didn't know what I could make as a hairstylist, so how much money I could make. So I was bringing in about $30,000 a year as a commission stylist. I felt like I was doing well, between 35, like just doing, I was a little bit under 40 grand. I was happy. I was living my life, taking care of my kids. It wasn't nothing, And so as I'm doing hair one day, I finish up and I'm walking back to the shampoo station, and the manager, Sarah, says to me, she stops me in my tracks. She says, Rayshawn, and I'm like, yes. She says, is there something that you can do about the way that your people's hair smells? It really stinks. I just looked at her and I was like, no. And I just walked away. And again, that was the straw for me. I was like, it's time. It was time. It was so time. I did not know at the time how I was going to do it, but I knew that I was going to do it. My next step was to figure out how the hell I'm going to get out of this space. I knew I needed salon equipment. I knew I needed a salon space. And at the time, studios had just started coming out. So that took like a big overhead cost for me. If you're in the studio space, you don't have to buy the chair. You don't have to pay for the water. You don't have to get a new sink and all of this stuff. So I was like, I might do this. Now, it was expensive for me and I was scared, y'all. It was $175 a week. And I was like, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. Then I did the math. Do the math. Always do the math. I figured that if I made $30,000 a year, and at the time at Ulta, I was still new there, so I was only getting 40% commission. They were taking 60% of what I was making. So essentially, I mean, rounding the number, I don't really know how to do the math on that, but I'm gonna tell you, I was making over $60,000 a year because that was almost like $90,000 a year for that business. And not for myself. And I'm like, why am I doing this, y'all? And then I just said, that was it. There was the numbers. I had the proof. I knew I could do it. I had to believe in myself, and I stepped out. In 2014, I opened my first salon, Brown Sugar Studio. It was in Aria. It was a studio space, and I love it. And then after I left there, I've just been in owning my own space ever since. I'm never going back to being a commission stylist. I don't want nobody controlling how much money I make. I don't want them taking my money. I want them taking my hours. I want them taking any of that. So I wanted to make sure that I just told y'all that's my journey. That's how I started stepping away from commission styling and being brave enough to do it. So if you are a commission stylist now and you're scared to leave it, just do the math, baby. You could do it. You could really make a good living as a stylist on your own. Remember, if you're looking to do this and you want somebody to help you with that process, reach out to me. You can text Scalp Care for Revenue to 330-942-1777. Also, fill out the application to see if you qualify to participate in the program and see if we qualify to work with each other. I would love to do that. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And thank you so much for watching how I started opening my own salon as a hairstylist. I appreciate your time, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.